Hey y'all, it's Felix Fletcher here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide for Monomyth. The early access game has come out, and I've heard a lot of people online wanting guides. There's not a lot of information, so I'm going to go on how to get started in a great way, and you'll be rocking and rolling. So now you can do custom portraits. We're going to want to put everything into lockpick at the beginning, and we'll do one in a magic skill. So we'll do one in our magic. Well, we'll do divine magic. And then you can pick whatever skill you want, but make sure you do the lock picking to 7. And then we got 4 attribute points. We want to get to 13 intelligence. So we can worry about raising other stats later. Alright, let's get started. 7 lockpick, 1 in whatever attack skill you're going to end up with. I would recommend Cosmic Magic because it's extremely powerful. And you won't need anything else. Alright, so you're going to talk to this prisoner first. And he's going to ask you to free him. Alright. Now the first thing you want to do when you start a game like this is go into the options. And you're going to, if you get motion sick easily like I do, you're going to want to turn off head tilting. And you're going to want to play with the mouse sensitivity so it doesn't feel too jarring to you. You can put it at what you like, but I would definitely recommend messing with those stats. So first things first, you push F to interact with stuff. So we're going to escape this. It's tab to open your inventory. You can crawl with control. Alright, so if you want to look for stuff, and this has very limited uses, but you push V, you push and hold V, and items you can interact with turn red. Well, I wouldn't say interact with. Items you can pick up turn red. That's a better way to say it. Do not raise that scale. I have raised it to 7. It is completely pointless. You can merely just look for stuff with your own eyes, and it works better. Alright, you're going to want to pick up any torches you see that are the ones that you can pick up, because torches don't last forever. So you're going to run and grab all this equipment at the start, and you can just push F to auto pick up everything. Alright, we got some bandages. We'll put those on our hotbar. Bandages are extremely useful. Now remember, you can break down wooden doors. This becomes really important. To access some areas, you have to go through some doors. What I do with the crates is there's several ways to destroy them. You can set them on fire with your torch, but it damages your torch. Or you can pick them up and throw them. Also, these types of boxes can be stacked to reach higher areas. Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw someone's video, and they were getting to places very cleverly by using these boxes. But sometimes there's loot inside, and later I'll show you another way to destroy them. That's well, I don't know if it's faster, but it's another way to destroy them. They want you to set these on fire with your torch, but you don't have enough torch. It damages your torch to do it. And if you want to use your torch on something, like to light a fuse or light a box, you push X. And sometimes you have to push Control and X to get low enough to hit the fuse. Because we'll see bomb barrels later. Alright. So like I said, you can hold V if you want to look. Well, see, I would have missed those lockpicks, because those lockpicks are very... So that's about the only thing search is good for, is checking, barrels after you destroy them. And you don't need to raise it to do that. So I don't know if you get a perk at level 10 search. I'm imagining that's what's going to happen, but I can't imagine spending any more on it than I already have. Alright, so you can sprint with shift. So you're going to interact, and then you're going to hold shift, and you're going to run as fast as you can to get through this gate. These little altars are places where you can level up. So first things first, we got 2 skill points. So we're going to put more into lockpicking until we get 10. And then I'm going to raise my intelligence. Now you can do whatever you want. I just recommend starting with 13 intelligence, and you'll see why later. But if you're going to do a mage, you're going to want intelligence so you can cast spells. But if you want to be able to wear armor and do damage with weapons, you would do strength. Dex is for picking locks, it influences that. Vitality is your health. You don't need to raise that at all if you play smartly. Endurance determines your stamina. The more endurance you have, the longer you can sprint or swing a weapon before you're out of breath. But we want to go with intelligence because of my build. But you do whatever build is you're gonna go with, as long as you do the lockpicking thing. Because we're gonna need lockpick to access areas, and rather than just hit a brick wall, it's better just to be able to do it when we're there, so we don't have to go back. You can switch loadouts with R, which is important if you don't want to waste your torch. So that's what I did. I swapped out. I'm going to push R. I'm going to switch to my other loadout. So eventually you'll probably have a spell book, which we're going to play until we at least get there. So you can just slash with the sword that you start with. The rats are pretty easy. And in this guide, you're going to be done with torches soon. So pick up everything you see, especially at the beginning. Because food lets you heal yourself. There are other ways to heal yourself, better ways to heal yourself, like bandages or potions. But especially starting out, you definitely want to grab this fishing pole here. And I'm going to explain why soon. But it's worth money. It's worth quite a bit of money, actually. And I missed it my first playthrough. I watched someone else, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was there. You can cook fish and dough at fires. It's very important to cook your food. And I usually put the food on the hot bar. I don't like lockpicks on the hot bar. Oh, this is a raw pie, so we want to cook that too. And actually, I am hurt. I probably should eat one of those fish. So I'm going to push 2, because that's where the fish is on my hot bar. Alright, this would be a good time to save. You definitely want to save and not reload in the way that it wants you to, so... Alright, so next... we need to get to where we can mess with the spells, because the spells are going to be game changers. So you gotta crawl through here. Like I said, this sword should be enough to kill this rat. But if not, you should have that food, just in case you need to heal. My torch is about to burn out. Yes, torches are a limited supply item. That's why I just recommend getting the light spell. And that's why we started with 13 intelligence, so that we can use that. Now we don't have to raise our intelligence anymore if we don't want to. And we're going to have some powerful spells for getting through places. Alright, there's a key. Opens that little shortcut door. And now we're back to where we've been before, which should be the... yeah, we don't need to go this way, but if I wanted to level, which you can look at how much you have to level up here. I actually do have stuff to level, but I mean, it's at the beginning of the game. I can save them up a little bit. Oh, shoot. So I do need to be ready for this. Actually, this is point when I might die. Unless I just want to sneak by him. I feel like sneaking by stuff, you miss out on things. I can push R to switch my loadout to my other one. I'll probably kill him eventually. But that's how you sneak. You just kind of go slow and you try to stay in the dark. Now I can switch back to my torch, which is almost gone. And now we are to the first blacksmith. So you are going to want to always repair your weapons when you find one of these places, and you'll do fine. I don't know. Apparently people are saying their weapons break a lot, but as long as you repair them when you're at a blacksmith shop, I haven't had a problem. Now, you can't repair leather armor, or even, I don't even think you can repair chainmail armor, but you can repair weapons. Soon we'll have another way of doing this. It either did drop something, so if I search with V, I can see out what it was. And it was a lockpick. So that's all search is good for, is searching broken barrels. Alright, we're going to take the blacksmith hammer and the shield, because we're going to practice. So we're going to put the shield on the forge. And then we're going to put the hammer on our other loadout, loadout 2. So as soon as this gets red hot, we're going to pick it up and put it on the anvil. And then I'm just going to hit it with the hammer until I hear a sound. And then it's in excellent condition now. So we're going to take the rusty short sword, and do the same thing. Man, and I hope the audio in this game is working. What's going on with it? Maybe it's still turned down. Oh my gosh, it is. Well, it's red hot now. Shoot. There we go. That's the sound you're looking for. Alright, now it's in excellent condition. We can put it with the torch. Man, I looked at those settings before I started the game. Alright, you can jump up on this box to get some free water arrows. These can put out torches so you can sneak a little bit better. We don't want to use this hammer for fighting with, that's for sure. Alright, we can put on the shield now, which you can block if you hold the right mouse button. Now, I can't really get this to work. Apparently, I suck at it. Alright, so now we're going to get into the spells. It's like we are about 10 minutes in, and we're going to be getting magic. So, at first I thought you had to have certain intelligence to cast spells, and you do. So what we're going to do is go into the spell thing here, and we're going to start clicking around. This is how we're going to learn spells. See, I already learned Arcane Dart. I can put that on my list. What we really want to learn is Light, though. Okay, now I learned another spell. And this is as easy as it is. Come in here and click around. Now I've learned Light. That's the important one. And I think we can keep going. Yeah, and learn another spell. And then you want to start going certain directions or start on certain ones. Like you could go backwards too, but I think that's too complicated for me. See, so once I get higher intelligence, we'll be able to figure that out. But this is for everyone, not just for anyone that wants to be a mage. So we're going to pick up this book, and now we put the book on, and we have 2 spells we can cycle through with the mouse bar, or the mouse wheel. So this is the one we want, Light. Now keep in mind, if you don't go a magic route, your mana won't regenerate, and you'll have to use mushrooms and mana potions, which is totally doable. But if you're a mage, once you get to 10 in your chosen skill, which for me is going to be Divine, you will regenerate mana automatically. But we're going to cast this. Now we don't need torches anymore. We're only 10 minutes into the game, and we can already cast magic. See, when I first started, I was sneaking past everything because I couldn't cast spells because I didn't have them learned. So there are spells that take 0 intelligence. And that's the one we just learned. Alright, we're going to get this bloody bandages. Those are useful. What you want to do with those is wash them in any fountain that you find. Make sure to pick up these ales. They're worth a lot of money. But if you ever want to differentiate, you can see those can't be picked up, but the red ones can. So sometimes holding search can help you find, especially the beers or anything in a barrel. Just keep in mind search and magic are combined. So after you cast a spell, you can't do it, which is extremely annoying. I really wish they would change that because it's really crappy. But they both take focus, which is something that's raised with the cognition stat. So my character, because I'm going to be a mage, will be raising that, but you don't have to. You can stick to whatever stats that you think work best for your character. Let's see, there's some lockpicks. This is a place where you can cook, so we can cook those fish we found. And that helps us combine items and keep our inventory a little bit clear. So you can find a backpack. I know space seems like a problem, but there is backpacks in the game that will double your space. You cannot have more than one backpack, though. I found that out. Buying 2 won't help you. But there's one in the game. It's not too hard to find. Let's see. So next, we got to get past some dude here. We're going to save Goran. You want to save Goran before you leave this area. If you don't, you will lose the chance to do his quests. I found that out the hard way when I spent an hour coming back to this area and he was gone. And see how long light lasts? You don't need any investment in divine magic for light to work, by the way. So you have 0 divine. You can put whatever you want, raise whatever attack skill you want. And that's what's kind of cool about the magic system. Alright. Now, I'm going to raise my divine magic. If you were doing cosmic magic or aura magic or blunt weapons or archery, you would be raising that instead. But I'm going to get to 10 lockpick. So that's going to get us pretty far. Now we won't have to worry about lockpick so much, and we'll go to 10 divine magic. And then as far as attribute points go, I probably want cognition at some point. But I'm going to keep doing intelligence, because it lets us cast certain spells. So we won't get those spells until we have the intelligence required to cast them. Alright, see, my light spell wore off. The only problem is early on is having mana for it. But it does last a long time. And when you're holding down the spell, you'll notice the glyph glows. That's when you release the spell casting button. And sometimes it does get annoying. Sometimes it doesn't work. Alright, this door is going to be locked. We need the jail key. And the only disadvantage, I guess, to this light spell is this guy can see me now. So we're either going to have to... Oh yeah, we're just going to kill him. So put on Arcane Dart, one of the other spells we learned. And you can do this even if you're a warrior. You can use the spell for free. Make sure to get his stuff, his weapons and stuff that fall on the floor. And we can even do search. See how the magic can't be combined with search. We can do search to find his sword, wherever it went. I don't see it. He definitely had a sword. Raising search increases that green area. Don't do it. I made that a huge mistake of investing in it. A huge mistake. On my first character. And you cannot respesh. As far as I know, you cannot respesh. Alright. Okay, we want to get into this room no matter what. This room is important. So this is why you get a bow. If you want to do archery, there's the bow. And some free arrows. I found it useful when I was struggling to use a bow, because you don't have to get close to enemies. Alright. See, now we're going to be able to get into most of the chests and stuff we find because of our high lockpick skill. And we won't have to worry about it really the rest of the game if you don't want to. We're going to be able to get into most stuff. And there's special lockpicks that increase your lockpick skill when you use them. So if you're having trouble with the door, you can use those lockpicks, and they are sold in Lysandria by a certain vendor. So if you get stuck on a lockpick, that's something to try. Now make sure we go back and save Goran before we leave. You can get in this room now. See dark rooms like this, you could search. I don't think there's anything in this room, though. What we actually want is Goran. He's in this room. Go save his ass. See this? This is the fountain I was talking about. So what you'll do with the bloody bandages, you'll take them here, and you just click on it. And now we have 5 total bandages. And bandages are amazing ways to heal. Alright, let's go save Goran. Hello, my friend. I'll let you out. And then we just talk to him. Nothing to thank me for. Quite the contrary. I don't know what I've done without you. I don't have anything on me to reward you right away. So apparently you can meet him later. I've never actually done that because, like I said, I failed his quest. So some of these quests are timed, apparently, or are going to be time sensitive. And that just opened the path back. Don't I have points to spend? No, I don't. So that's pretty much it. Now you have light magic. You have that arcane dart spell. You know, and to get that, all we did was invest 13 points in intelligence. And now you have light for the whole game. You don't have to worry about torches unless you want to use them to burn stuff. I mean, they still have their use, but you won't need nearly as many of them. And now you can make it on to the next area. Let's see. Oh yeah, so one thing I'll teach you is you can also rotate items. If you come in here, you just push R. So if you're having trouble organizing your inventory, just go in here, push R to rotate. If you need to split something, you hold shift and click on it. Now I can divide it. That'll become important if you're trying to buy something from a vendor. You have to hold shift and click. Let's see. I wanted to get to a trap or something to show you guys. Let's see. Maybe we can keep going a little bit. So now that I came back here, anytime you come back here, you want to check your weapon because they break rather quickly. And we'll replace this soon. My shield didn't get damaged. We're going to sell that first chance we get because I'm playing a mage. But if you want to learn how to use the shield, let me know if it works for you. I can never get it to seem to work to block with it. So 5 times, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it makes that sound. And now it's excellent again. See? People are saying this is so hard, but it's really forgiving. You can also cook on these as well. It's a nice thing to know because you can do 2 things at the same time. Now we got grilled cave trout. We can stack it with the other ones we have. Alright, well let's go on to the next area. There's a few more game mechanics to show. I'm hoping this video is not too long, but I want to teach about traps. So we have to get to a trap to blow it up. How did I get lost? Oh, light wore off. So switch back to your spellbook. Wait until it glows. Boom, let go. Now you got light for quite a while. Alright, yeah, search all the sacks you find, pull levers with interact. Sometimes there's stuff on those things, but we don't have to climb up there. Alright, on to the next area. So now you're done with that little jail area. You've saved Goran. You know how to cast light. You know how to pick most of the locks that you'll come across. I'm going to play a character that has 15 lockpick though. Instead of investing in search, I'm going to invest in lockpick. Because there's still a few things, even with 10 lockpick and the special lockpicks, that I can't open. Alright, so now we actually want mushrooms on the hotbar instead of that pie. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, we want to switch to our spellbook. Push 4 to eat the mushrooms. And we're going to kill this guy with magic. Remember, you can be a warrior or whatever, and you can cast you don't have to invest in magic at all to use it. You just have to have the intelligence. So this is part of your arsenal for the rest of the game. You dropped a torch. Moldy bread can be sold, so if you have room for it. If there's something you have to put down, first thing you put down is the moldy bread. Because your inventory will get full. Alright, see, there's something in there. That's a very important item. So that ancient moth dust, it dispels barriers. And we're going to run into magical barriers. So collect that stuff. Hang on to it too. So if you run into any barriers in the environment, you'll be ready to use it. See, anytime we come across a barrel though, remember, there's good items in barrels. And I believe it's random. Someone can confirm that with me or not. Sometimes if you reload and destroy a barrel, you'll get a different item. So I don't know if the contents of certain barrels is kind of random. So you just throw these around. Oh yeah, I need to teach about the ignite spell. I learned it, didn't I? Alright, this is one of the bomb barrels I was talking about. So we're gonna practice a couple of techniques first. To put down a barrel, you just push F when it's white and it's in a good spot you want. Now I'm going to put on Ignite, so we're going to switch spells, because we only have 2 slots for now. So Ignite, did we never learn it? Apparently we never learned it, but it's one of the more important spells to learn, so... It's really rather easy to learn, I thought. Maybe you go this way. It's too complicated. See, that indicates that I could learn something when I increase my intelligence. There it is. So you just go doot, doot, doot. Simple. And then we're going to replace Arcane Arrow for now. So this spell only works on inanimate objects. So this is not an attack spell. But there's 2 ways we could do this. We could use a torch. We could crouch with control and push X. And for me, it's hard to get away. I end up getting blown up. Or you can do this. Didn't I eat a mushroom? What's going on? That mushroom didn't restore any mana? What happened with that? Huh. Well, basically you would just cast the spell and it would work instantly. But I don't have any mushrooms. Huh, I swore I ate that mushroom. Alright, we're gonna have to do it this way, which is very dangerous for me. Be ready to push a combination of buttons. So Control, X, Control, and then jump, or run. I got stuck on the wall. Alright, if we need to wash bandages, there's a well. Nope, we're good. We can switch back off of our torch now to save it. So now I can go full Divine till 10, or you would be raising whatever you want to use. Cosmic Magic is really good. You want to get that to 10 or 15. You'll be able to kill everything in the demo. So that's why I recommend lockpick and then 1 skill, your choice. Like you could do archery, you could do weapons, but then you would be raising different stats. So basic RPG elements. So let's get 16 intelligence, because I think we'll be able to learn something else. Remember, you can cast this cosmic magic, you can cast light magic, but no investment in it at all. So that's why I recommended that 13 intelligence, and now you have light for the rest of the game. And this ignite spell too, which you can set barrels on, those boxes that are hard to destroy, you can also use ignite on them to catch them on fire. I wish we had some MP so I could show more stuff. Alright, this is the place where you get one of the first sigil items you'll need to open a gate. So just take all this stuff. There's a map. I never use the maps. I'm not a map person. I'd rather just memorize it. But if you're that kind of person, now you got a map. Did my light go off? Okay, we need to cast that again. There's a beer there we can pick up, and a dagger to sell. I'd try to pick up everything to sell it. Alright, there's the gate. We'll need sigils to open that. That lets you access the Heartlands, which is going to be an important area to gain access to. But you wouldn't be going there for a while. Candles are useless, but pick them up so that you can sell them. Candles provide a very tiny, 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 tiny amount of light. And I don't know what they were thinking. Alright, I think I need to switch. Man, I need cognition so I can get another spell slot because I don't like switching between these two. That one's easy, though. You just go doot, doot. Then every time you need to do it, you have to do it again, and then click on the spell you want to get rid of. Boom. Now we have this again because, well, that's locked. Should I try my 10 lockpick? See? Nothing in the beginning of the game will bar you if you have that 10 lockpick skill. Remember, if they do actually get me, I have healing items, like the bandages. Also, you can run away to some extent. The AI is pretty bad, currently. Man, I wish I had a mana potion. How am I going to kill him now? You can save mid-battle, or... That's another tip, if you kill one of them, but you can't get past the other one. I might have to switch to a weapon. Let's finish them off. And they will heal themselves with potions. Got it. So F to loot. You do have to pick up their stuff on the ground. Inventory's full. See, I can start making some space, like this dagger. Move it here. Unfortunately, it doesn't auto do, and those war cleavers are one of the cheapest things. If you have to leave something behind, they're not worth a lot. We can come back later and pick these up when we have space. And that's the cool thing about this game, is items stay where they are at. That's also one thing I'm going to teach you with storage. You can pick a chest anywhere in the world, like say I like this chest, I could pick this chest. Alright, this is for a quest, the Ceremonial Dagger, so you want to pick that up. Take everything we find. Oh, I need to stop using my torch. I guess I have no choice. We're about to find the first vendor, so I'll show you where he's at. And I'll teach you some useful tips about vendors. Alright, so this chest is locked. Normally, you would have to come back here when you had, I think, at least 7 lockpick. And we get leather leggings, so now we're going to replace our cloth leggings. And for now, we'll just leave this in here. I'll come back and get it so that I can sell it off once I show you the vendas. Keep an eye out for arrows like this, because you can sell them. Like me, I'm a mage. I'm just gonna sell them, but money's money. Okay. Man, I would like to show you how to get a powerful weapon that's gonna be useful for any character. We can keep going this way real quick. There's a poison trap in this room. So if you ever get poisoned, you're going to use what's called a Queen's Leaf. If you have any status effect or poison, try a Queen's Leaf. There's a trap right there. So look for that gate to go up. That's what you want. And when we get the other lever on the other side. Let's get to the first vendor. Just take everything you find. Lockpicks. Locked. Where's our good old vendor? I was hoping I'd find him by now. I don't think he's out there. See how nothing stops me? And I think we're into where the vendor's at. He's through this door. Our first mana potion! There are fountains that have them. Well, obviously I have to sell off before I can do anything. But here's our first vendor! So, you can manipulate the vendor's space as well. We need to stop using that torch. Alright, there's a key here. These things let you see other rooms, so that you can peek into where I killed those orc guys. I don't really know how useful that is. Alright, so when you get to the vendor, we'll give him the dagger first. I've seen a couple wastelanders, I've killed them. I will consider finding your dagger. Alright, I found it. Here's your dagger. And he gives us some reward. Unfortunately, it doesn't show you what rewards they give you, which kind of bothers me. Alright, now we're going to sell the stuff we got from the Wastelanders. I'm going to sell the shield. If you want to be a warrior, you can keep that. It's probably one of the better shields for now. I'm going to sell the bow, but also, you know, consider keeping it if that's archery's your thing. I'm going to sell this fishing pole. Look at what it's worth. 30 silver. Boom, I just made you 30 silver. There's another fishing pole in the game, so don't worry about it. You could also use it to make money by fishing and selling the fish, so if you consider that more viable, that's up to you. I've never really had a problem with money. If you pick up and sell everything, you're not going to have a problem with money. And you can even sell food when you get to a certain point. Like if you have healing spells or enough mana potions. Precious rare gem from mines around Lysandria. Oh, sell any of those gems you have. I don't think they have any use. And like I said before, sell the candles. These glowing coals are also worth a lot of money. I haven't found out what they do yet. Okay, so when you run into this problem where the vendor doesn't have room, I'll show you a cool tip. No, you can hold the candle and the arrows. Why wouldn't you be able to? See, we're getting 1 silver for those arrows. Maybe it was this you couldn't hold. What if I rotate it? See, if you rotate it, it goes in its inventory rotated. And now the gem should be sold. Okay. But a cool tip is if you run into this problem where he's full, all you do is save your game. And when you load your game and come back, he will have more space. It's awesome. I wanted to sell the water arrows, but yeah, you got to kind of take stuff off because it'll auto-equip it, and that silver ring isn't worth anything to me either. Let's see what you have. So that's our first interaction with the vendor. I would also recommend while you're here, see I have 64 silver already. I would take, so if you remember, if we shift click, we can choose an amount. I can't figure out how to do the actual number yet. It won't let me highlight it or erase it. But maybe someone else can tell me how you do that. But yeah, I would advise taking a lot of these with you. Probably at least 5. Because now we should have the money. They're only 8 silver. Remember, we got 30 for the frickin' fishing rod. Alright, now we have 7 lockpicks. No door is going to stop us. Or chest. Oh, maybe I could show you how to ignite those now. Let's move him over here, though. If you attack him, we'll get pissed, so yeah. Could fuck your shit up. Alright, let's switch to ignite. Oh man, I have to switch my magic again. Now I gotta remember what it was. If you forget, you can just go look, and it'll tell you what it is again. So it's like the V shape. And we'll have to replace Arcane Dart for now. Switch with our mouse wheel. Not enough mana. Oh, I have to drink that mana potion. And if you're a mage, once you get 10 points in a skill, you will never need mana potions or mushrooms ever again. This is just for warriors, because you're going to want to use these spells for their utility functions. And that's why you invested 13 points in intelligence. Now this is just a beginner's guide. If you want to try something more advanced, you know, I'm just trying to teach beginners how they can make the game easier. I would love to show you where a war axe is, but I think we learned everything we need to. Oh, I never... Okay, so I guess if you see a sun face on a wall that's a trap, how to destroy it is you use this ignite spell, and you just cast it on it. I would like to show you, but I don't know how far in that trap is. And I can't teach you about Mandrake Root either. But there's an item in the game called Mandrake Root. If you find it, keep it and carry it on you, because it increases your ability to jump. And you can jump across certain pits and stuff where there's items that you normally wouldn't be able to get to. So definitely keep that in mind. There's an equip load too. It's this number right here. Like as a mage, you probably won't be able to wear full chainmail armor. My mage started investing in strength so that I could wear armor. But I wouldn't advise it. I feel bad now. I should have raised intelligence instead. But if you want to wear armor, chainmail is sold in Lysandria, and there is leather armor you'll find as you explore. But that's it. We learned how to make spells. We learned how to repair. Oh yeah, there's a spell called Summon Food. You can summon food and sell it. And it also summons useful leaves and herbs, like the Queen's Leaf. So if you learn summon food, you're going to be in a good place. We might be able to learn... See, I learned those other spells that I couldn't earlier because I raised my intelligence. So now I have Flaming Hand. There was another one that was kind of complicated that I couldn't learn. I forgot what direction it was. I can't remember. Was it this one? Anyway, that's how you learn spells. Just tinker around in here, and you'll learn ones that don't require any intelligence. See? Required intelligence 13. That's why we needed our 13 intelligence. But this one, required intelligence 0. So even if you're not a mage, you can use Douse. Even if you're not a mage, you can use this, as long as you have 11 intelligence. So if you want to lower your intelligence, I wouldn't recommend it, though, because of this. But Ignite casts 0 and required intelligence 0. So even the non-mages can do that. And that's the one I just got, Flaming Hand. Well, there is a trap right here, but I couldn't destroy it last time I tried. The ones you can destroy, most of them you can destroy in the game. I don't know why you can't destroy this one. But you'll notice the face is out more. It'll be sticking out more. Watch. This is what you would do. You would just cast it on it like that. It's not working on this one, but if you run into those, they can be very dangerous. Their eyes glow, and then they bomb you to death. You'll pretty much probably die if you're not paying attention. Alright, well that's it. That is the beginner's guide to Monomyth. I hope this helps people get into the game. And just remember what we did. We got to 10 lockpicking. Now no doors will stop us. And hardly any chests or anything will stop us. And then we can go to 10 in whatever skill we want to do. So if you want to do Cosmic Magic, very powerful. Goes through walls, goes through gates. It's overpowered. A spell called Magic Arrows, which you want to look out for that. Aura Magic has like an ice spell. I never really used it, but if you go Aura Magic, you have the ability to damage enemies with it. Divine Magic has a lightning spell, so I'm going to be trying that with this character. And then, you know, if you want to use the bow, a piercing weapon like the rapier, there's a rapier or an S-stock in the game. Pretty good. They destroy barrels in one hit, even with my low mage stats. Blunt weapons, swords and axes. I've heard you can't do like a stealth archer or anything. It's not worth the investment. That's what people are saying. Do not race search. Do not. I made that mistake. Anatomy increases your ability to tend to your bandages. I raised it 1 point in my first character, and bandages are useful. So, and this also increases your crits apparently as well. And this is how you jump higher, his athletics. Alright, guys, well, I think that's everything for the beginner's guide to Monomyth.